What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today is another Kyokushin karate training. If it is your first time, my name is Leonard, and I vlog slash document my combat sport journey here on YouTube. And currently, we're learning the art of Kyokushin karate. Well, our aim here is to get to the elite level stages of professional fighting, and you know, if you love combat sport, if you love martial arts, please be part of this journey as well by subscribing, liking the video, and introduce yourself in the comments down below by typing the favorite fighting style that you have. What's your favorite fighting style? Let me know. And this would also serve as a reference material for other people that wants to get to the combat sport or maybe in the striking game. Well, it's not just striking that we're gonna learn along the way, but currently we're learning striking. And like I said, this is going to be a reference material for people who wants to get in and start, but they want to have an expectation on how many days or how many years or months does it take for you to get to some certain level so that they themselves could adjust their training. And actually, this channel is the perfect reference because, as you can see, I think we are already 80 days in the training, and a lot of people would want to expect that during 80 days you're going to be actually good when it comes to striking, but actually not. This is the realistic result that you are gonna see. As you can see, 80 days into training, and I'm doing my best in every training that I have, and I get to the point where I know the basics because, well, we did a lot of sparring, but these days we're not doing it. But we get to the level where we could survive in a, well, not survive, it's much more of a, we could fight into a Kyokushin karate tournament stage, and but where we still don't know how to win, and that's what we're gonna try to figure out. 80 days of training, you're not gonna be super fucking good unless you have talent. And I think, well, I don't believe in talent, but, well, my sensei does apparently, and he thinks that some people are just born that good. Well, actually I'm not. Well, some people says that I'm natural because they see that, for example, I could kick high, and it's a little like swift, and I could kick with good form and other things, but it's not actually. I practice it more than 1,000 times, and yeah, it's gonna take a lot of fucking time, especially in striking. What you need to have is to get to a lot of sparring, but I don't know how many sparring do we have, but I think 80 days in, well, at least we spar once a week because that's the rule of our sensei. My sensei is actually not giving us a lot of sparring, well, because he's quite busy, and I don't know, but he's also taking care of me. He's trying to make sure that, I don't know, my sensei is playing it safe. But maybe he thought that I'm gonna be frustrated when I lose. I mean, the feeling of losing, you should always remember that it's really fucking frustrating. And it's gonna make you think that you wanna quit, you know, you wanna change career path. But a lot of fighters actually, before they could even win, they lost a lot. Maybe you don't see the records, and when you see it's the professional records, but maybe they lost a lot of amateur fights. And even if they have a very good amateur record, what if in the sparring they have suffered a lot of, downs where they can't get to the level, or they can't do the thing that they want to do to their opponent? And that's also a considered loss, because you can't execute the technique that you want, you can't execute the positioning, the traps, the feints, all that stuff that you want to do. It's considered a loss. And, well, you thinking of quitting as well in that certain sparring, and you're like, okay, I want to rest and I don't want to do this anymore, is also considered a loss, because that means you lost in mental battle. And yeah, like I said before in previous videos, I'm going to review my last Kyokushin training. What is my last training? Yeah, last training, I did a lot of stuff in the Makiwara, and some TikTok people, just because I posted and doesn't post my sparring there, they said that, oh, you should do sparring so that you could understand kicks even more. I'm pretty sure I understand. And it's just doing it slow in the Makiwara these days, because I know that I could kick fast, but I'm trying to do a proper balance when kicking high. And my sensei also gave me another techniques that I would work on, which is freaking spinning back kick. Is that a spinning? Yeah, it's a spinning. It's like a turning, and then you fucking kick the head like that after your roundhouse would miss. That is something that I can do currently. Well, I can do it really, really slow, but I don't think I can do it still. It's my first time doing it that day, and it's hard for me to do it. Well, it's just gonna take practice. But also, we are going to need to get to the tournament this upcoming June 9, and hopefully we could get to it. Well, I don't want to get your hopes up, guys, but, well, I also don't want to expect that I would be able to get in, because I'm not registered in the fight, because my sensei, for some personal reasons, he is refusing to register. And well, I already know the reason. It's just some, he thinks that, the because Kyokushin is like an organization thing, and he's got some, some things happen here and there, and it's not it's not that we're not allowed to register. It's just his because of some things that he has done or did not do. He's currently like guilty and hesitating to like you know be present in the tournament as of the moment. So that's what he's hesitating. And here I am expecting that, he always boasts about and talks about his fighters gets into the tournaments and all that, them being good, but when I am insisting when it comes to the tournament, now he's trying to convince me to not go there, just watch, because I'm not gonna win, you know. It's just hurtful. It's not hurtful, it's more of a disappointing because I always believe that, well, it's more important that you believe in yourself, but you know, if if your instructor doesn't believe that you could become someone who's good, which is his job in the first place, it's just, you know, it just makes you want to think that maybe he's not the person I'm looking for. But, he's my uncle and all that, so we can't complain. It's just, while I'm still taking care of some business here, I'm still gonna do the Kyokushin. And, you know, I'm just quite busy, super busy that my schedule is full. Not because, I have appointments and all that. It's just because, customers. But I'm gonna, maybe after June 9, I'm gonna start some adjustments again on my training. And, when I get to rest, I think it's very important to put your mind to rest, because if you're not thinking clearly and you're occupied with different thoughts, you can't really think about your future, but and what's next. And well, everything's gonna be fine, I think, in the end, for me at least. And I always believe in myself that I could make it. I mean, my game plan is get to a lot of amateur fights and lose and lose and lose until I become so good that when I get to the professional stage, it's just easy, you know. Well, Kyokushin doesn't really record, or they don't really care about your record. I think, well, some people switches to kickboxing from Kyokushin, because Kyokushin karate, if it's new to your, what I mean is, if it's new to you, Kyokushin karate is basically kickboxing, and the only reason that you're not punching in the head is because you do it bare knuckle and you don't wanna, you don't wanna give permanent damage to your opponent. That's what they do. But you still practice punching to the head still. And I think it's pretty good that we get into a lot of Kyokushin tournament and then go to a lot of kickboxing, amateur kickboxing fights. But we're gonna get to that when we got to that part, I'm not gonna try to like over analyze and you know, over fucking plan something that, that's just I might in the future, something that I might not do. Because what if what if I become like a, what if they, in Japan, what if they pay people to fight in Kyokushin karate? Then that would mean that I might go to the path of a actual Kyokushin fighter. What if I was given an opportunity that I am actually good at something, well, combat sport wise, and then I'm just gonna grab it, you know? What if that would happen? What if I move to Muay Thai? What if I move to MMA? You know, those kind of things. That's why I don't try to plan, because sometimes when you don't, you're not able to get to the things that you plan, you're not able to execute it. You're able to execute it, but you don't get the result that you want. Sometimes it just frustrates you to the core of yourself, like, and it gets to your head and it just wastes a lot of your fucking time. And when you think about it, and days would pass and you're like looking back at it, it's not even that sucks that certain thing happened, and it's actually a good thing. Well, I'm gonna have to start training, and I'll see you guys later. So, like I said, we are going to discuss this training session on the next video, but let me just give you a quick update on this June 9 Japan selection thing. I think the chances of me getting in the fight is actually 20%, because my sensei said that because it's a Japan selection tournament, he said that, well, those things, it's already like a predetermined fight. He said that, you know, the winners are already decided, he said. And the reason why he knows that, because that's what they do. And the only reason that we are going to change the outcome is if we knock our opponent. And he said that the chances of me getting in the tournament in the first place is almost slim, like that slim. I could introduce myself, but you know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of Kyokushin fighters, and as of right now, if we introduce ourselves there, because I'm gonna have to move there maybe like 5 days before the tournament, we're gonna move there and we're gonna introduce ourselves to the, I think it's the president of that area's Kyokushin, because it's an international Kyokushin organization, and that branch and the other province is the president, and we're gonna introduce ourselves to them. And then we're gonna, because my sensei and the president knows each other, and what I can do is, well, they don't have a very good there's something that's, you know, that happened. It's not a bad blood, but it's some awkward things that happened to them in the past. That's why he's not wanting to like reach out to that guy. And well, I'm gonna be the like a bridge for the two of them. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna introduce ourselves, and we are going to hope that we could get into the tournament just to experience it. That's also what I said in my last few videos. But yeah, we're gonna try something. You know, if something is a no, it doesn't always mean that it's going to be a no permanently. That's why you always negotiate, you know. You always have to negotiate. On a business perspective, you always have to bargain, you know. And yeah, it's always not a no. It's, you know, no is not the end. Well, I think that's it for now, guys. And like I said earlier, subscribe, like the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna have to peace out.